We're in Shoreditch in London. So we're here at Us2, which is a digital product studio. We do apps and other digital design work for clients like H&M and Sony Ericsson. But in addition to that, we have a small games team that has been experimenting with mobile games for a few years. And the latest experiment of those is Monument Valley.
I joined about 3.5 years ago. Before that, I worked for Frontier Games in Cambridge and did a bit of my own stuff before coming here. We've kind of built up this games team from, well, originally it was just me. I was the first kind of game-specific employee, and we built it up from that to 8 people.
Some of us have come from the games industry, some of us have worked in other fields. And I think that range of backgrounds is really important to giving this team sort of a balanced outlook.
Well, I started at Us2 about 6 years ago as a Flash developer. I started working on apps, but I always had a splinter in my mind that I wanted to do games. And 2 years ago I joined the games team, and since then I worked on Blip Blop and Monument Valley. So this is actually my first experience in the games industry, and I've loved every second of it.
Well, for a long time I've wanted to make a game about architecture. And there are games that have architecture in them, but they tend to be more in the background. And I wanted to put architecture in sort of a prominent role.
I'd say that Monument Valley is a game about perception and beauty and interaction. It's a game where you, the player, get to touch this very beautiful world, this very calming world. And it's a game that seems to have really chimed with a lot of people emotionally.
An illusory adventure about architecture and forgiveness. When we started the project, we just wanted to create something really amazing. And it was really that loose. When we were doing brainstorming sessions here at Us2, I came across a piece of art by the Dutch artist MC Escher. And it suddenly hit me that if you could guide a figure from the bottom of a building to the highest point by transforming it, that could be a game.
I'd say initially the game actually started more like a point and click. We had things that were a little more esoteric, kind of talk to this person here and grab this item. And I'd say the project evolved and we simplified what we're trying to express. And we kind of went with our biggest strength, which was the fact that we can have these lovely optical illusions.
During the course of development, we discovered that this game could potentially have a lot of appeal, and we wanted a lot of different people to be able to play and finish the game.
Monument Valley is a game where the craft of making each level is extremely important, and being able to iterate on that very rapidly and to really craft it like an artwork into something that works on so many different levels, on gameplay, on art, on performance, is really important. So having an editor like Unity is where we can dig into stuff and visually experiment with stuff very easily. It's been critical.
As soon as we finished a testing session, we would have all these ideas about why people got stuck, and so we'd rush back to the Unity editor and just start moving cubes and nav nodes around. And so within minutes we could address the problems that we saw in testing.
I love the fact that everything's almost completely self-contained in Unity. So whether you're a programmer or an artist or a sound designer, Unity is the tool that you're using, and we're all running the same environment.
The ability to easily design levels and the ability to easily target lots of different platforms has been the kind of key things for us.
If there are developers listening who haven't tried out Unity, I think it's a really well put together package.
I'd say we've all really enjoyed working on Monument Valley, and Unity's made that a much more enjoyable process.
The game has really exceeded all of our expectations. It's sold really well, it's been reviewed really well, and people have been sending us really, really nice messages.
It's the first game I've ever worked on where I know that I can 100% reliably say to anybody, play it, you will enjoy it.
Monument Valley is now out for iOS, Android, and Kindle devices.